Welcome, 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 welcome. Welcome, 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 welcome. Welcome, 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 guys. And this is Lindsay Unfiltered, and we are here for our first day of Streamathon. I had quite a few things planned that I wanted to talk about for the first day of Streamathon, but something happened this morning, and I feel like this takes the freaking cake, right? Um, I can say this one hits close to home. I can say I woke up and found out about it. And then the news just rapidly spread. I started seeing it on every single major news network. I've been to and on Bourbon Street several times, and I can describe the atmosphere as very, very, very close knit, right? And when I say very, very, very close knit, like holidays, on holidays like Mardi Gras, on holidays like Mardi Gras, on holidays like New Year's Eve, there will be a very close knit situation over there on Bourbon Street. I've been a part of it. I remember one Mardi Gras, I was sitting there. I was on Bourbon Street with my friend and her. And so it was just a bunch of us, a bunch of friends, right? So we were on Bourbon Street, and um this was like before COVID. And it's so packed over there. Let me take my gum out. But it's so packed over there that you had to hold the hand of your person that you came with. Let's put it that way. You had to hold the hand of your person that you came with. Otherwise, you'd lose them in the crowd, densely packed crowd going down the street. So when I wake up and I hear the news that someone's intentionally ran into those people, hold on, when I hear the news that someone has intentionally run into those people, and I know they were packed like this because I've been in a crowd that was packed like this, it hits different, you know? And it comes off the heels of a great New Year celebration for myself. You know, people have a lot of optimism people have a lot of hope on New Year's. And this is the first news they wake up to. Really, really shitty, right? But as we know, um, when I reported on it this morning, I said that there were 10 people that had passed away because that's the news that I had got, that there were 10 people that passed away, right? Okay. So it looks like the death toll, hang on one moment here. It looks like the death toll has risen to 15 and more than likely climbing, right? 15 and more than likely climbing with this attack on Bourbon Street today, right? If you guys don't know what happened, at least 15 people were unalived and 35 were injured after a man barreled his vehicle. This is according to NOLA.com. I wanted to go with NOLA because they're going to have a really good coverage. In New Orleans during the early morning hours of New Year's Day. Okay, so the toll is up to 15. This morning when I reported on it, the toll was at 10, I believe. 5 more and 35 more injured. So we're not sure who's in critical condition. We're not sure of who's where, what, when, and how, and who, right? The man who is responsible for this attack. Let me see if I can get a photo of him. His name is, you type in New Orleans, the Sugar Bowl. It's just terrible, especially when you know the area so well. All right, I'm pretty sure it'll be on X. Let's see here. It's really, really, really terrible, actually. Oh my gosh. And the way that people respond to it is even worse. My goodness. I'm looking for this man's name here. It's probably here. Okay. So they're saying that he didn't work alone. He drove past a police cruiser to mow down victims. Like I said, guys, when you think about party cities or like cities that have Bourbon Street, it's a lot of bars, a lot of strip clubs, all of those things. The people are shoulder to shoulder. Trust me. So he could do a lot of damage driving through a packed area like that at a high rate of speed. I just don't understand. I really don't get it. Okay. And it looks like this guy's name is who's responsible for this. His name is Shamsud Din Jabbar. And this is what he looks like. They said he had some type of flag on the back of his car, things of that nature. Let me see here. I'm going to go back to NOLA. You know, I just wanted to talk about the news because it really deeply touched me today. You know, it deeply affected me. This news, it deeply affected me, guys. I don't understand why. Hold on. Is NOLA crashing? It's been crashing all day. I'm pretty sure because everybody's trying to get the news, but it needs to stop crashing. Okay. So it looks like I said, you guys, the toll has gone up to at least 15. We've had Mayor Latoya Cantrell. We've had everyone come to speak on this. And it's just really a terrible, terrible thing to happen. We can see the video. I've seen the video. I've seen the photos of the suspect there. And he worked in tandem with other people, I'm being told, things of that nature. Yeah, so this is a photo that they have of him crashing into what this seems like a crane or something, a work crane. So he barreled down that street before actually crashing into this crane right here. He barrels down the street before crashing into this crane. And like I told you guys, this was probably shoulder to shoulder from here to here. I'm sure people were able to get out of the way, the path, but a 42-year-old man, an Army veteran, he was killed in a firefight with officers. He had an ISIS flag in the vehicle at the time of attack. And they are looking at his potential affiliations with terrorist organizations. Multiple officials said that he made a series of video recordings before the attack where he said he joined ISIS. Now, this is an American man, right? What led him to join ISIS and do this? We don't really understand. I know I don't. The hospitals are needing blood. That's how much carnage this man has caused. What we'd call it would be something like a lone wolf. CNN saying we call it something like a lone wolf terror attack, a terrorist who acts alone. But in the video I saw of this man, he seemed normal. He seemed to be a realtor. He seemed to be pretty normal. I don't know what the hell happened, right? The mood is very somber. I would agree with that. He served in the U.S. Army as an HR and IT specialist. Now, I have seen something like this. I have seen something like this happen before where an Army vet loses it. Someone very trained in explosives and guns and military experience loses it. And they say he joined ISIS. A man from Texas. I just don't know. Personally, I just don't know how to feel personally, guys. I really don't. I looked at it this morning, all day this morning. I was like, I have to say something about this. I have to. I have to. Who would I be if I didn't say something about this, guys? It hits close to home. It brings up trauma. It brings up things, it brings up a lot for me personally. So I definitely wanted to touch on that. Um, you know, um, the thing about it for me that, and I can be in here speaking to myself. I really don't know if I'm speaking to myself. If I am, that's fine. But the thing about it for me that hits the hardest, right, is that people are on the eve of New Year's, you know? So, like, all that pain, all that hurt, all that shit that they had gone through for the whole entire year. They felt like we made it through this year. We made it through. Let's go celebrate. Let's go down to New Orleans, have a good time. Only to be mowed down like that, in that manner, senselessly, for no reason. A lot of people have a lot of goals for the upcoming year. A lot of people want to do a lot of things for the upcoming year, including me. Look at me. I'm in here. I have one person watching. Most of the time, I've had 0 people watching, but I'm going to continue to stream no matter what for at least a month, you know? But yeah, guys, it's not, I definitely understand what people say when they say, like, okay, when you have some type of proximity, to an event, it hits a little bit harder for you. When you have some type of proximity to an event, it does definitely hit harder for you, So I just feel like it wasn't great news to get today. I didn't want to talk about this today, I didn't know I'd be talking about this today, right? But nevertheless, it happened, and I guess they're going to investigate and try to figure out what, why, when would a man from Texas come here specifically to run these people over? Why? For what reason? Right? For what reason? Senseless. Okay. And another thing that I'm gonna change the title really quickly. I'm gonna change the title. You guys gotta roll with me. We're doing current events. That's the train. I have a train really close. So you might hear a train going off every once in a while. Hope that's okay. Um, all right. So, okay. So, one more thing I want to say about this incident that happened in New Orleans today is the attitude of certain people, the attitude of certain red pilled individuals. I don't like to use my platform to be political, but there's no way that I should be on TikTok and seeing things that say, what did I see on TikTok? We should ban trucks now. Or the DEI, FBI hire couldn't even explain to us what was going on. Or this is all Joe Biden and Kamala's fault. Certain people use situations, any situation they possibly can, to draw division between people. Think about the people that this has affected, right? Think about the people, all of the people, the hundreds, the thousands that knew their family was out there last night and had to frantically panic. And some of them won't ever see them alive again. But the best thing you can say, the best thing you can offer us is maybe we should ban trucks now. Or why do they have black people working at the FBI? Are you kidding me? That's all you get out of this? It's as if certain people don't believe that if you're black American, you should have a certain type of job. It doesn't matter. If you are in a job that is esteemed or held to a certain referendum, they feel like somebody gave you a hand up because there's no way you're smart enough to get there. You don't even know the FBI woman in New Orleans. So why are you throwing around words like DEI or ban trucks? People are so crass and so soulless. They use tragic moments like this to capitalize. They use tragic moments like this to capitalize on their agenda, and their propaganda is disgusting. Right? It disturbed me like hell, right? It's disturbing. Get a fucking life. Okay? And to continue talking about what's going on. Okay. So we know about the ramming incident that happened, right? That is absolutely crass, absolutely ridiculous. Hang on one moment, guys. Hang on one moment, guys. Hang on. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so as I was saying, guys, there was an explosion outside of Trump Tower, Trump Hotel, and it was a Cybertruck. And the news is saying that fireworks and gas tanks and camping fuel was used in this explosion. And there was one person that wasn't alive inside of the truck. And the Cybertruck was rented on the car rental company Turo. And then from there, it was blown up. You know what I find really, really funny, guys? I find something extremely funny. The truck that was used in the ramming of all these people in New Orleans was rented from Turo as well. What do we think about that? So the ramming truck was rented from Turo and the Cybertruck was rented from Turo. That may be that may be related. They're renting these trucks to cause mass mayhem. So not only was the Cybertruck, listen to me guys, not only was the Cybertruck rented from Turo, the New Orleans truck was rented from Turo. That's what they're saying. We have now confirmed that the explosion was caused by very large fireworks and or a bomb. Are you kidding me? But what seems to be even more scary is the fact that it's a Cybertruck outside of Trump Hotel. They're trying to make, they're definitely sending a message, right? Elon Musk and Trump's relationship, right? Okay, so let me look this up really quick. Hang on.
All right, play it.
Let's see.
Copy.
O Tesla Cybertruck. Tá porra! Caralho! Nossa senhora, que preju! Caramba! Nossa, e foi agora?
Yeah, we had three explosions. The first one where we saw the fire. The second one was, I guess, the battery or something like that. And the third one was the big explosion that smoked the entire area. And it was the moment that everybody that was near was told to evacuate to stay for.
Wait, let's
All
see
right,
it one more
play it.
time.
Copy.
O Tesla Cybertruck.
All right, play it. Copy.
O Tesla Cybertruck.
Hmm.
Tá porra! Caralho! Nossa senhora, que preju! Caramba!
Hi, Bubbles. How are you doing today? Welcome into the stream.
Nossa, e foi agora?
Yeah.
All right, play it.
Rented from the same place. Now that I'm digging into this. Yeah, it's kind of scary, right? So we find out that the New Orleans truck ramming incident, that truck was rented from Turo. As I read, this was like, okay, so the fact that someone was in the Cybertruck when it blew up, it seems like some type of SUI, let's put it that way. It seems like some type of SUI attack, right? And they definitely draw the parallel between Trump and Elon Musk. Okay, so we got the New Orleans attack. We know about that. No valid license. Oh, I don't know. I don't think so. Let me see. Hang on a second here.
We're just getting in some very disturbing new video of someone walking out of a bar on Bourbon Street in New Orleans shortly after the attack. I want to play that for you and for our audience. Watch this.
What the f***? I got this nerd! Oh, hell no! Oh, hell no!
Coming through the intersection, and it all just happened so quickly, but the guy in the pickup truck just punched the gas and mowed over the barricade and hit a pedicab passengers. And there were just bodies and the screams. I mean, you can't think about, unhear that. It was chaos and very, very scary.
When you saw the car, did you think anything of it at first, or did you?
No, I mean, no, it was the most bizarre thing, like something that you, like the least expected thing, I don't even know how he managed to maneuver that with the amount of traffic and people that were still out.
Tell us what you saw.
About 3:05, 3:10 this morning, me and my friend were heading from Lower Bourbon towards Canal. We seen up towards Crystal Burger and all that there was just a lot going on. And so we ducked off into a nightclub real quick. And within 2 minutes of walking in, 4 or 5 girls come running in, push past security and hide under tables. Me and my friend living here, kind of knowing what's what and things that have been on the news, we didn't take any chances. We ran upstairs to the balcony area that we knew was there. And when we got up there, it wasn't anyone chasing anybody. It was just unimaginable casualty. I mean, just the disfigurement and the bodies strewn, something you can't unsee, you'll never forget. Directly at our feet was definitely a mother, twisted up, obviously deceased. We counted around 8 bodies very quickly right in our area. One gentleman crushed, had tire tracks across his back. Once they rolled him over, he had tire tracks on his front. He was completely crushed. Another girl, young, small girl, was dancing when we were coming up the street, and she was just completely flat in the middle, dead center middle. Another woman just brutally run over, but still agonizing. I'm certified in CPR and first responder training, and they wouldn't let us help. They locked us all inside, which is understandable, but nobody else was helping. So that was even tougher.
We had this event started at about 3:15. It did involve a man driving a pickup truck down Bourbon Street at a very fast pace, and it was very intentional behavior. This man was trying to run over as many people as he possibly could. It was not a DUI situation. This is a more complex and more serious based on the information we have right now. With respect to numbers, we have right now, and as you already know, this could change throughout the day. We do know that there are 26 injured people who are at UMC Hospital. We know we have 4 at Turo, 4 at Oshner Baptist, 1 at Tulane. But even as I was walking out the door, I believe I have an unconfirmed additional people who have been taken to other area hospitals, possibly on the east side. But we will give you as many correct numbers as we can as the day progresses. It is a very tragic situation for me to tell you that we know we have 10 people that this man killed on Bourbon Street. That is why we do not want anyone on Bourbon Street today. Wherever you see yellow tape, please do not violate this tape. This is in order to protect and stabilize the scene. We have information to a certain degree of the demographics of those who are in the hospital right now. We do not know at this point how many could be tourists versus locals, but from the information I have right now, it seems the majority are locals versus tourists. What I also can tell you is that this man, this perpetrator, he fired on our officers from his vehicle when he crashed his vehicle. 2 of our officers have been shot. They are stable, and we will give you an update on them. I have yet been able to go to the hospital. I will be leaving here for us to go visit our officers. We have called in every officer that we have. We have so much appreciated our partnerships who have also offered us staff. Last night, we had over 300 officers out here. And because of the intentional mindset of this perpetrator who went around our barricades in order to conduct this, he was hell-bent on creating the carnage and the damage that he did. Because of the nature and the indices that we have on the scene, and we have enough information that the FBI will be taking over this investigation.
Okay.
You talked about how New Year's was a big tradition.
All right. So you guys hear a little bit more about that. She said that they had every police officer that they could out there. Actually, I have a friend who is on the police department, and on this police department, I kind of want to reach out, but then again, honestly, we haven't talked in a while, so I really don't know if now's the right time to do so. I just want to check in, make sure she's okay. Yeah. Honestly, I don't. I think that would be a good thing to do, actually. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good idea. I don't know. Why do I have 2 numbers for the same person? I have no idea why that is, but I'll just text her. She may or may not be busy right now. Oh. Nope, I texted the wrong person. She'll probably have like a little bit more information as well on, what's going on down there and stuff like that. Yeah, it's just really tragic, just really senseless, tragic. And then you see here, that another, fireworks explosion killed 3 people and injured 20 in Hawaii, right? You see that? I don't know. It just seems like yeah, he was definitely from let me see. Yeah, he was from Texas. So he came out here to do that. It wasn't like he was from Louisiana and just went off or something. This was planned. Which lets me know that, like, the whole thing with the Cybertruck and, the other little things that have been happening, they may be a part of like a lot of like a big plan, So So that's what CNN says. I can check NOLA. Fox News had basically who he was. And we could talk about who he was. Who is Shamsud Din Jabbar? What we know about the New Orleans New Year's terror suspect. They say they don't believe he acted alone. That is incredibly concerning, because what the hell do you mean? Who else did he act with? Right? Who else did he act with? And where are they? There was, rumors going around that like he acted in tandem with other people planting IEDs around. I don't know. That's a rumor I saw. But he killed at least 15 people. He was a US born citizen who lived in Texas, right? So he's US born. It's not like he's from Iran or something. He was born in the United States. So he was married and he got a divorce in 2012. His second marriage came to an end in 2022. He has 2 children, right? This is what he looks like. He was in the army, right? He did go to Afghanistan. He was awarded a variety of distinguishments, even including a global war on terrorism. Okay? That's ironic. I mean, she read my message. The cop friend that I have, she read my message and she said she's good. So, that's reassuring. They go through a lot down there, so I'm just happy. Okay. Sorry guys, just a couple texts. She's good. She's one of those people that kind of like, doesn't make the most out of situations. So it'll be like something serious can happen and she'll be like, "Oh, I'm fine." Like wait, what? I'm just making sure, just checking in, but a lot of times I feel like she's been there long enough to where she's kind of numb to that. You know? Oh, she sent a photo. She just sent a photo. I think she's inside of her truck or something. She's just leaving work. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So, she's showing that she's like basically just logging off of work for the day. Um, you know. Yeah. So it's always good to just check in. We don't talk every day. We don't talk every other day. I haven't talked to her in months, but it's always good to, just kind of check in on people. But, yeah, guys. So I'm going to be keeping a close eye on this. I actually made some TikToks, covering it, and the fact that I don't like how people are treating these incidents, the Cybertruck and the New Orleans incident, as things that just, they can use to further their political agenda. Stop trying to further your political agenda with these events. Basically saying that, oh, it's okay because, well, we shouldn't have gun control because people can do it with the truck. Like, now is not the time to make that point, right? This is what the FBI has to say. This is coming from the FBI website. They say, today at approximately 3:15, an individual drove a pickup truck into a crowd of people on Bourbon Street, unaliving at least 10 and injuring dozens of others. We know that toll's at 15 now. After hitting the crowd, he exited the vehicle and fired upon local law enforcement. Law enforcement returned fire, and the subject was pronounced deceased at the scene. 2 law enforcement officers were injured and transported to a local hospital. The subject has been identified as 42-year-old Shamsuddin Jabbar, a U.S. citizen from Texas. He was driving a pickup truck, which appears to have been rented, and we are working to confirm how the subject came into possession of the vehicle. An ISIS flag was located in the vehicle, and the FBI is working to determine subjects' potential associations and affiliations with terrorist organizations. Weapons and a potential IED was located. Okay. Other potential IEDs were also located in the French Quarter. The FBI's special agent bomb technicians are working with our law enforcement partners to determine if any of these devices are viable, and they're going to try to disarm them. Okay. So the FBI is like turning over all leads, and they set up a digital tip line. So if you guys know anything about that, you can call the digital tip. I have a really finicky mic. This mic's finicky, but it's better than this mic that I have right here. This mic, I have this one, but this one is better, but it's finicky because I don't know, I ran it through the ringer. But they're asking for tips. There are memes about the Tesla in front of the Trump Tower already. It's not a joke. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I know there are. I already know. People are sick. They're sick. They're just not they're not well, Yeah, I don't know. Maybe she doesn't want to talk anymore. I told her, I asked if she was okay mentally, didn't really get a response. Sometimes you don't want to push. So I'm not gonna push. So I'm gonna let her be, Okay. Thanks, Biden. What are we thanking Biden for? You see, this is the type of shit I'm talking about. They say that this is Joe Biden's fault. That this is Kamala Harris's fault. She knows you're here now. What? What? Here on the internet? What do you mean? What do you mean, Bubbles? I don't really know. She might be like, I'm done with that. Okay, so basically, they're thanking Biden. Certain people think it's funny to thank Biden for this, right? I have no idea what they're showing here. I'm kind of scared to show it on my stream. Oh, okay, yeah. Like, what on earth? I'm sorry. Yeah, that's too much. I can't show any of that. I'm pretty sure something. Yeah, I'm sure there are people that are happy that somebody did that. regardless, it seems like it's terror. It's definitely terror, right? It doesn't seem like it's an American. Let's put it this way, right? It doesn't seem like, yeah, I'm not going to watch any videos. But it doesn't seem like it's it doesn't seem like it's an American doing this stuff. But then again, the man in New Orleans was an American, right? The Cybertruck person, there was someone inside of it. I really don't know. They're not giving us the information that we need. Do I think they're related? Yes. Just because of the simple fact that there's a lot of like explosive type events. You see what I'm saying? Like there were IEDs in the truck. I don't know if he was trying to that's what he was trying for the ending to be, but you know, he got stopped short or something, right? And there were other ones littered throughout New Orleans. That is creepy. That's scary. And the fact that the Cybertruck and okay, so Elon Musk says that we have now confirmed that the explosion was caused by very large fireworks and or a bomb carried in the bed of the rented Cybertruck and is unrelated to the vehicle itself. All vehicle telemetry was positive at the time of the explosion. So, you know, I'm not a huge fan of Elon Musk, but I'm pretty sure when we saw that video, we knew that that was not any vehicle telemetry or whatever the hell he's talking about. We knew that, right? You should be focusing on the bigger picture, right? I feel like we should be focusing on the bigger picture, not the vehicle telemetry. And people are basically saying this makes it's really weird how there were, I think, 2 or 4 bombs at the New Orleans, but none went off. It was supposed to be even worse than what happened. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. They said they found one in the truck. Maybe the truck was supposed to explode as well. And they were littered throughout the city. There were people assisting him do these things allegedly. I have to be very quiet and careful because I don't know. Um, but yeah. But yeah. No. The thing about it is, Lindsay, when I said that I didn't think it was an American that did it, I kind of meant that in a way of I didn't think it was someone who did it out of just pure rage or hate, like in America. I feel like it was another entity, like an ISIS or something like that, like a international terrorist organization, right? If that makes sense. It could be an American that harbors those ideals, but I do feel like it's like a genuine hate for America itself. And when you see explosions, I feel like that kind of gives me more of international terrorism when you see explosions, right? I don't know. That's just how I feel about it. I don't know. Right? When you look at that Cybertruck and then Sawyer Merritt here finds the time to say, it's the toughest and most badass truck ever made. Is that the point we should be drawing on? It's just not the news I wanted to get today. It's not the news I want
to on that.
video, as you see that, it looks like the exterior of that truck is completely intact as it sits there. The fact that this was a cyber truck really limited the damage that occurred inside of the valet because it had most of the blast go up through the truck and out. In fact, if you look on that video, you'll see that the front glass doors at the Trump hotel were not even broken by that blast, which they were parked directly in front of. You can see that in the video there. What I also would like you to pay attention to on that video, as you see that, it looks like the exterior of that truck is completely intact as it sits there. The fact that this was a cyber truck really limited the damage that occurred inside of the valet because it had most of the blast go up through the truck and out. In fact, if you look on that video, you'll see that the front glass doors at the Trump hotel were not even broken by that blast, which they were parked.
Okay, I understand that. Yeah. The evil knuckleheads picked the wrong vehicle for a terrorist attack. Cybertruck actually contained the explosion and directed the blast upwards. Not even the glass doors of the lobby were broken. Yeah. What a mess, bro. What a absolute mess. What a mess. And then you have George Bush ducking shoes. Like, I don't. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That was actually him driving down the street. I don't want to see that. Oh my god, these videos on here are bad. Okay, that was hold on a second. I'm sorry, like I got that out of the way. But yikes, guys. I actually just I watched that and I shouldn't have. It's worse than I thought it was, actually. It really is, like, truthfully. It truthfully is. That guy running down the street is worse than I thought it was. Goodness gracious. Oh. Wow. Wow. Just wow, guys. If you haven't already, thumbs up the video. You know, the thing about it is I tried to, I woke up and I got the news. Hang on. She's texting me. ID? What? Who's this? Oh my god. That's not her. That's somebody else. I have no idea who that is. I have two. Ricardo says, did you see that a guy got caught with like 150 pipe bombs and they were about to let him out of jail? I heard something about that. I did. And hang on a second. I didn't I'm gonna look that up though. I'm gonna look that up real quick because what the fuck? It makes you want to just stay inside your fucking house. Right? Just stay. Okay, so prosecutors say 150 pipe bombs found at Virginia man's home and what could be FBI's largest ever seizure of explosive devices. Brad Spafford. He was arrested because he had a gun. And then he found a stockpile of more than 150 pipe bombs. And what is he going to do with that? After the assassination attempt on President-elect Donald Trump in Pennsylvania, prosecutors wrote that Spafford stated he hoped the shooter doesn't miss Kamala. Yeah. It's bad. It's bad. And the thing about it is, like I was saying earlier, you don't like, you want to feel like you can enjoy your life. I had a project, right? And it was going to require me going out into certain areas, right? And I wanted to go do that very soon because I want to, it's part of a video I want to get out, right? I shouldn't be afraid to leave my house. Children shouldn't be afraid to go to school. Things are just getting worse and worse and worse. And like, why do we have to deal with this shit? Like, why can't we feel safe in our country, in our home, whatever? And the fact that people are saying, oh, it's what they say, it's terrorists and it's illegal terrorists. Not necessarily. Not all terrorists are like I said earlier, it seemed like it was part of like an ISIS type of thing, but the man was born here. So who is this texting now? I mean, yeah, I gotta keep pushing. Yeah, she said she has to just keep pushing, I understand that. And she said talking about it online where? Oh God. I'm not about to get arrested. Well, the thing about it is, it's happened before, right? What the heck is that? Okay, I'm glad you guys didn't see that. Cuz like I have a ton of different things up on my screen. But yeah, it's happened before. It's happened the street over. He didn't join ISIS, but it this was probably like what 6 months ago, right? I'm just sitting here and I hear gunshots. So my first thought is to call my grandfather, make sure he's okay. He's okay, right? Police start coming. They wrap what's it called? They put the yellow tape like on the side of my car. My neighbor had gotten shot, right? On the street, on my street. 2 or 3 days later, I'm woken up by the neighbor and I go outside and there's like a lot of rifle gunfire. There's not long before the 4th of July, right? There's a lot of rifle gunfire. There's bomb sounds, which turned out to be like flashbangs. The same person who'd shot my neighbor was in a gunfight with police, and they were trying, on the street over, right? And he ended up shooting a couple police. None of his victims died, thank God, but it was very traumatic, right? So hearing the booms and the bangs and the rifle, you're not knowing what's going on, but come to find out, he used to be in the military, right? And it's like, wait, what? Like, he used to be in the military. And when I did go to group therapy, you see a lot more than you would think. You see a lot of people that are in the military there, right? More than I thought. It was a majority of people in the group therapy were discharged from the military, right? Currently in the military, but they had to complete this before they could go back. So, the military is affecting people in a certain way. It's affecting their brains in a certain way, right? To where some of them have to be discharged for mental health reasons. Some of them go through PTSD. Some of them are never the same when they get back, right? Because you don't know what they've seen, right? So you don't know what these people have seen. So I definitely think the military has ties to maybe poor mental health in some individuals. Was it his case? I can't necessarily say that because he seemed perfectly normal. If we can look at that video that I saw of him, he seemed to be like a realtor or something like that. Let me see if I can find that video here. What's the name of it? What's the name of it? Oh no, I don't like that. What's his name? I don't know how to spell his name. Let's do New Orleans. Gangs is up there. Cybertruck. No. I'm thinking all kinds of shit, guys. Excuse me. New Year's Eve. Suspect video. But yeah, guys, this is where we live. We just have to keep praying and Shamsud, I don't even want to say his name, like
We were on that street just moments before we were on that street, and it could have been us.
Tonight on 12 News at 6, we begin with breaking developments in a New Orleans terrorist attack. A heartbreaking story.
Yeah, that's definitely just freaking terrible. Okay, let me see if I can find that video. It was like a video of him in an office. Let's see. Yeah, the military can mess people up. No ties to New Orleans. None. This guy lost his friend. Unbefreaking believable, guys. I don't know. I'm gonna find that video though, and he seemed like a normal person. Oh wait, no, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. And you know, people always say, shit like, I never thought it would happen around me. And that's very true. Like you never think it's going to happen around you until it freaking happens around you, bro. You never think. You never think. Where in this world is safe? That's why we just got to continue to pray. It hurts me. It really does. It hurts me. My mom told me the news this morning. I had a great night last night. My mom tells me this awful news this morning, and I was like, "Wait, what?" And then I looked online, and then I realized what she was saying. It was so much worse than what she was saying. So much worse. We have to report on one other thing here before we wrap it up for the day, because I do have to go over to TikTok, guys. Make sure to like the stream and follow. This will be posted up so you guys can catch the replay. Yeah, there's no words for shit like this. Where are you safe? You know? Yeah. You're not safe walking down the street. You're not safe in church. You're not safe at school. Nowhere. You know, when it happens other places around the globe, don't get me wrong, it's bad, it's horrible, it feels bad, real bad. But like when it happens closer to you, it's like it's an unexplainable feeling, right? Very unexplainable. Okay. I don't think people understand that. So like the people that pass judgment or the people that say things about these incidents and try to make them, I don't know what I'm showing, and try to make them a political thing. It's just too much. But also, let me change the title here really quickly. I want to talk about some celebrity news. I know y'all are gonna be mad at me. Okay. Guys, I'm talking about celebrity news. I know I have a market for a market. I know I have some people that like Gypsy Rose, right? You guys love her, right? You guys love her, right? We gotta talk about it. Apparently, okay. Apparently, Gypsy had her baby. She had her baby. Right? Let me see if I can find. Oh God, here's her Instagram, right? So, what the hell happened? Okay. So, Gypsy's ringing in the newest addition to the Lifetime family with her baby girl. What do you guys think about that? I know Bubbles knows Gypsy. She's had her baby. I feel it's kind of crazy that you know, people were saying stuff like oh, she's not really pregnant. Da, 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 da. I mean, how could you fake this? It's pretty hard to fake being in a hospital or being pregnant like this. Like, we obviously knew she was pregnant, right? But my thing is, I feel like, who is Sailor Petrie? That's interesting. Okay, anyway, I felt like she's starting to look more like Dee Dee. I do see that though. I do see that. She's starting to look like Dee Dee. Up and down Dee Dee Blanchard. Right? Yeah. And then they say that the new season comes out next week. I can't talk about anything. Just praying for that child's health, happiness, and normalcy. She looks exactly like her. The baby? Oh no, yeah. Gypsy? Yeah. Yeah. Gypsy, yeah. 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 Who is that? Oh, that's her. Oh my god. Okay, let me just stop. I'm trying not to be, judging all that gets, but they're pregnant. They just gave birth. What can we say? What can we say, guys? What can we say? It's a long road ahead, right? It's like a long road ahead. Sad. Sad. Yeah, I don't want to throw any shade either. That's why I'm just not gonna throw any shade towards the child, because I feel like, if anything, the child is innocent in all of this. Right? You can talk about the person all you want. You could talk about Ken, you could talk about Gypsy, you could talk about the whole family dynamic, but the kid's innocent. Kid didn't. The kid didn't say, "Spawn me here." The kid's innocent in this. So, yeah, I saw that today, and I'm like, amongst all the other news, I'm like, are you like, what is today? Right? There's just a lot going on. Right? Right. 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 Okay, yeah. I'm sorry, I was just reading this. It was like Elon Musk was saying that the same thing that I just said. They both are rented from Turo. Maybe it's linked, and there was a F-150. There was a suicide bomb inside. I hope the FBI can act as fast as humanely possible, because there's no telling how many people are in on that shit. It's crazy. Oh God. You just kind of have to, when things like this happen, I take the news in, I process it, right? I definitely do. Let's go back to me. Let's just show me. Wait, just me, just me. Okay, yeah. Like, when things like this happen, I definitely do process it. I feel like it's the most important thing that you can do is process the information. Once you process it, don't sit there. Well, this is just me. I don't know. People do what they want to do. Don't sit there and continue to scroll on TikTok, scroll on YouTube and Facebook looking for more stories and all of this. Yeah, you can get yourself an update every once in a while. But when traumatic things happen, you need to take a break from social media because that's all it's going to be. Right? So while I did look at some people's content on this, I'm not going to sit there for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours the whole day looking for the update. I need the update. I need the update. No, because that's just going to continue to depress you. When these school shootings happen, right? There's always rolling developments all day. I can't. Like I'll see it happen and I'm like, oh, I know what's about to come. A lot of interviews, a lot of all of these things are about to happen, right? But you got to take a break from it, right? You got to take a break from it. Find something positive, find something enlightening to do. I thought about first thing I thought about doing, I was like, okay, I'm gonna pray. But then I was like, no, I think I just took a nap or something like that. But I definitely do think prayers are needed because when something disturbs your spirit, just don't like continue to feed into it, right? But you know, I'm going to be live on TikTok as well for about an hour after this, listening to some music, trying to wind down from the situation. You know, I think it's been a pretty good first stream. This replay will be up, guys. So if you caught the replay, just hit replay down below or type replay. And I hope everybody just has a good new year. You know, I hate that I had to come here and talk about this on the new year, but I do truly want everybody to have a good new year, you know. There's good things in store for everyone. We just have to go get them, right? So, I just wanted to reach out and let everybody know that, right? I make these videos and I never know how they're going to be perceived, and one might do well, the next one might not do so well. And you know, sometimes you get discouraged. I'm human. But the thing is, for me, the thing is to basically push through being discouraged and just continue to create. Push through and continue to create, right? So that's what I'm going to continue to do. I really appreciate the stream. I really had a good time with you guys. Bubbles, thank you for coming out. Lindsay, thank you for coming out. Ricardo, thank you so much for coming out. Who else is here? Angela, my mod, thank you so much for coming out. Lindsay, I have to give you a wrench. I'm definitely going to give you a wrench, Lindsay, so you can be a mod. Big Pressure, thank you for coming out. Thanks, everybody, for coming out. I appreciate each and every one of you. Like I said, we talked about the terrorist event in New Orleans. We talked about the Cybertruck and that possibly being related. And we talked about Gypsy Rose and her baby. Sorry, guys. I was fixing the title. I already have a thumbnail for it. I'm just fixing the title. But yeah, guys, I really enjoyed today with you guys. I'm going to come back tomorrow, maybe with some updates and things like that. Who's Lindsay Lou? Who's that? Lindsay? You want to know a secret before I go? Sorry, I had to update the title, Lindsay. That's my nickname. There's some people that call me that to this day. Lindsay Lou. Yes, staying consistent. You're right about that. That's one of the biggest things, the biggest struggles. Staying consistent, keeping on it no matter what. It's always been those days where I feel like I had a bad day, or like I'm not creating content correctly, or I'm doing something wrong. Those really, really discouraged days. And then the next day you see a surge of viewers, right? So you gotta just keep pushing, and telling people to like the videos, subscribe, all that good, right? Right. Tomorrow. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Lindsay. Happy New Year, everyone. I'm gonna go on TikTok and I'm gonna relax with some music, dance, vibe, hang out, probably order something to eat. I'm so hungry. Like, I'm incredibly hungry. Jeez. Jeez. Okay. But guys, we've been here for about an hour and a half. I've enjoyed your time. We'll talk about some updates tomorrow. Hopefully you guys come back around the same time. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your night. Bye now.